I didn't really process that how someone was treating me was a sign of envy and jealousy. And that's not a boastful thing. I never considered myself as someone that anybody would be jealous of or envious of, because I was in a space of feeling so long like I'm not good enough. This person doesn't want me, this person isn't treating me kindly. I was always looking for that approval and acceptance. So I'm now getting to this place where it's like, that's why it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm working really hard and I'm trying, and I don't understand where this treatment is coming from. It's jealousy, it's envy, it's spitefulness, and I tend to stay in that space a little too long, hoping that things are going to get better, but they don't. And it made me realize, like, I'm so blessed and fortunate enough to be able to have created a space for myself where I can completely remove myself from all of it. I don't I don't have to be in your face. I don't have to be subject to your mood swings. I don't have to be, you know, dependent on your money. I don't have to be dependent on your acceptance. I don't have to be dependent on what you think is right. And when I say you, I'm thinking about all of my whole life, all of the people along my journey that I was trying to gain acceptance and approval for. I was trying to be right for them so they could treat me right. So the overgiving and the people pleasing and the shrinking, and it's like, oh my God, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. I don't have to do any of that shit. I don't have to do any of that shit for you, because I did the really hard thing and I felt all of it. I took it personally, and then I hit that wall. You're treating me this way because you want to, and there's nothing that I can do that's going to change it. Even if I do everything that you want me to do, even if I shrink, even if I beg, even if I try to please you, I'm always going to be wrong for you, right? So then I had to, oh my gosh, I deserve better. Oh my gosh, this is great. Oh my God, I'm going to cry now because I didn't deserve this. I always deserved better than this. I always deserved better than this. Okay, what do I do now? I'm going to take one step at a time. I'm going to take one step at a time. I'm going to know that I really don't have enough money, but I'm going to choose myself because I know I can make more money. I know that it's going to hurt right now, but I'm going to choose myself because I spent all this time not choosing myself. I spent all this time giving you that extra and hoping that I'd get a little bit. I gave you 100% and I was hoping for 10%. So yeah, I decided to do what I love, which is read. I love reading. I love my little graphic novels. I love art. So I went and bought art supplies and I started to create something that I liked, and I started to remove the pieces that I really treasured that I put in other people's hands, and I thought that they were going to take care of them better than I could. I thought that they had a direction that was better for me. They knew what was right for me. And I started to just recognize where I just needed to pick me up and put me back. You know, I read something too, you know, it's not that people let you down, it's just you put them on you put them on a higher pedestal than they deserved. So they could never let you just put them where they didn't belong in your life. So you just come back down there and you just go over there and I just take me back and I just move on. When I think about when I really stop and I think about how did I get here? What is it that's so important to me? What is it that I really desire? How am I feeling? How did I get here? I got here when I stopped worrying so much about being right for the wrong people. I'm not going to be a right fit for you, but I'm trying to hold on and put myself in a position where I'm still available. And me, the person who's doing it by myself, I've got to fill back up my tank. And how do I fill up my tank? I spend some time alone. I listen to music. I pray, I dance, I eat what I want. I sleep as much as I want, as much as I need to. I create. You know, if all I did on my day off is sleep, that's a good day. Because I spent so much time. I went backwards on the, well, you're not good enough train. Well, if I'm not good enough, why do you keep being up in my face? Why are you asking me to show up for you? Why do I keep trying to show up for somebody who I'm not enough for? Why am I doing that? I had to recognize something too. It's like, you know, I'm really trying to show up for somebody and be helpful for somebody, and this is how I feel about what they're really doing. This is the honest truth about how I feel about what's going on about this situation. With everything that's been going on, all the hurtful things that have been said, all the hurtful things that have been done, I'm still trying to show up. And you know what? You actually don't care about me. I'm somebody that's not important on the priority list. And then recognize, you know what, that's okay. I can figure this out. I can move accordingly. I can step to the left and I can step to the right, and I can do things differently. I can do things differently. That's okay. I accept the situation for what it is. I wasn't before because I was hoping for something else, but now it's like, no, I'm good. Love is no longer being served at this table. Support is no longer being served at this table. Kindness is no longer being served at this table. It was actually never being served at this table. It was always a manipulative situation. And that shows in everything that's happened. And I'm good. I accept that. I accept that because I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place because I learned that loving myself and giving to myself and nurturing myself is not a bad investment. It's not a bad investment. That $100 I gave to you, I just needed to give to myself. And it's not just $100. It's 100% of the energy, 100% of the attention, 100% of the dedication, 100% of the betting on everybody else but myself. Now I'm gonna bet on me this time. I don't know how to give just a little bit. I'm in, and I'm showing up the best way that I can, and I know that I've learned a lot of bad habits about love and boundaries and, habits and discipline, but I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. So now I can hear when someone's just smoke. I can hear when you're really, just not it for me. You're not hitting it for me. You're not doing it. And that's okay. It's nothing to get angry about anymore. I used to get angry. What? It's so simple. But it's not. Sometimes you are asking people to do things or hoping that somebody will do something that they really can't do. And I really had to get to that point. And then go even harder for giving me what I need, because it's easy for me to say that, because at some point I did learn that, for example, my mom got divorced. And I'm recognizing now all of the things that were behaviors and sporadic that were trying to find some kind of peace in the hurt and the chaos, right? It was the listening to music and going on random trips and all this stuff. But that was her coping, It was also the house being really messy. It was, periods of just quiet. Just, you couldn't do anything. Everything had to be quiet. You can't make too much noise. The TV can't be too loud. Nothing. Buying 500 damn chickens. So now, those things were easy because I was exposed to it. Just like for Trump or something, like buying a hotel for $1 million is easy. It was like, okay, getting a Spotify subscription when you don't really have enough money saved in the bank account is easy, and turning that on and recognizing, like, you know what, I need sound healing right now, instead of going to the bar and trying to find somebody to fill a hole. I'm gonna, it's easier. That's my journey. Because I've been through the self-abandonment enough to know that nothing at that bar is going to fill me in the way that I really want to be filled. Right? Take it in a nasty way and take it in the spiritual way. Take it every single way you want. It's the truth. I know that it's going to be empty. But I know if I sit here with my emotions and my feelings and I go through the overeating and I go through the oversleeping and I go through the overgiving, I say, you know what? It's because I need this. I need this quiet time to myself. I found a piece of me within someone else's brokenness that resonates with me to the point where I recognize, like, you know what? I need some time. I just hurt my back. I pinched my back. And it's been so painful. It's still painful. My right hip is all kinds of messed up. I already have scoliosis, so my hip is rotated. So now instead of being like, left side, right side, it's up, pinching the nerves in my spine. It's horrible. So for these past couple of days, I have been out of work. And I am just like, wow. Yeah. I could easily go up in there and hobble around and try to do this and do that. Or I could say, I've got one back. And there's no amount of money on this planet that is going to help me get another back. No, they can put rods in your spine, but they can't get you a new bag. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get to that point because it's like, I'm going to, no, I'm going to sit my butt down and I'm going to heal. And I got the doctor's note and I got the medicine and I got the ride. I didn't try to rough it. And you know what? I didn't walk around and have no pity party or beg anybody to help me. I made a call. Hey, you know what? Come and get me. And here's the money. And I go and I get where I gotta get and I do what I gotta do. I don't need to beg anybody. I don't need to plead with anybody. I'm sick of it. I work hard. But I'm learning that sometimes working hard isn't the answer. Showing up for yourself even harder is what you gotta do. You gotta show up for yourself when everything is telling you that you gotta do in another direction. Is this direction is right? Is this direction is right? It's you doing this for me and not for me and this for me. No. Actually, I don't have to. I never had to. Because even after doing all of that stuff, who's filling back up my cup? The answer isn't nobody. The answer is me. And I'm filling back up my cup with whatever is left after I give to everybody else. And if at the end of the day that my cup is not filled back up, what was the point? That's the definition of serving from your overflow. I'm going to give to you what's left after my cup is filled up. And that's not selfish. I'm going to give to you what's left, whatever spills over the top of my full cup. When my cup is full and running over, that is for you. What is inside of my cup is mine. And I am unapologetic about that. because there's nothing to apologize for. Realizing that all of my relationships have been based off serving from what is at the bottom of my cup. And that's why I have always felt this lack and need to overgive, but then my cup is empty and there's nobody around. All this money that I'm chasing right now and I'm hoping for, I'm not gonna get it back. I'm not gonna take it with me wherever I go in the next life or whatever, to the grave, whatever is the next phase. So I said to myself, it's my birthday. I'm gonna get myself something nice, something that it brought me joy. And I did share some of it, and I did give, because that's the kind of person I am. I do want to give, and I want to show up for people. And then I recognize, okay, I still need to give myself a little bit more. I still need a little bit more. I need a little bit more rest. I need a little bit more patience. I need a little bit more grace. I need a little bit more kindness. It's a new week. It's a new day. It's a new month. It's a new time. And I get into these little dips, I do get into these dips. Like I keep thinking, it's a habit, I gotta keep moving. I can do this, but it's okay, it's okay. I'm learning, and I'm getting better and better and better at it every single day. It's not for anybody to treat me better. It's for me to treat myself better and act accordingly when someone chooses to behave in the way that they believe is right. What am I going to do now? The ball is in my court. When you behave in a way that I don't enjoy, am I going to continue to feed into that and encourage that? Or am I going to say, I don't really like that. That doesn't really work for me. I'm going to remove my energy from this situation because I deserve better than this. I see where is another layer of grace where I get to tap into something that God has for me, because it's a plan that is to prosper me, not to harm me. There's some more grace waiting for me. There's a better plan for me in a different direction. You know what? I promised myself that I was going to work and dedicate myself to something. And I backtracked on that because I was trying really hard to prove to myself that a hurtful thing that someone else said a few years ago wasn't true. But we all know that the devil is a liar. So I never needed to try to prove that the lie wasn't true. It was a lie, When you are in a place that you don't really know what to do, where to go, what's next, create something. Everyone in my family, I'll just sit still. Create. Do something that you like to do. Read. Take a shower. Go for a walk. Do something that you enjoy. I always had a problem with it because it's like, okay, even trying to meditate, but it wasn't really, I didn't really know what meditation was. I'm a creative spirit, so I need that freedom to do something, and create something, and make something, and I don't need somebody creating it for me or micromanaging it and telling me that I need to fix it to make it better. No. I need the space and the freedom to create it however I choose it to be. And let it be. I need freedom. I need space. I need time. I need quiet. I need noise. I need to dance. I need to sleep. I need to be left alone. And I love it. So that's the greatest thing I can do. Sometimes you want to, there's nothing wrong with that connection. But connecting to yourself to recognize that is that is the most vital relationship. The relationship with yourself. Enjoying your company, enjoying what your mind does and how your mind operates, and listening to your body and saying, you know, I need this. Whatever this is. If you need to sit still, sit still. If you need to move, move. If you need to rest, rest. If you need water, drink. If you need something, will you give yourself permission to give it to yourself before you go looking for somebody else to go give it to you? I'm listening to the Heart Chakra Healing playlist, and I love it. And I suggest that finding your thing and your flow be your priority right now. Finding your flow and your happiness and that thing that brings you joy, and those, even if it's multiple things that bring you joy, you do them and you find them and you embrace them, and you be unapologetic about it. And I'll see you on the next video.